Hey everyone, we're at Commonwealth Silver and Goldsmiths, just one of the amazing locations that partners here. You guys have a watchsmiths as well, right?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay, and I'm here with Leilani, and you guys might remember her from last year, and you look just as beautiful as you did last year.
Well, thank you, Jessica. We're glad to have you back this year.
Yeah, well, there's a secret that we know about your success. We just talked about belly dancing. I'm just going to put it out there. She's fabulous. You've got to come see for yourself the amazing work that you guys do here. And let's talk about all of the unique pieces.
We have an amazing collection of true antiques, vintage pieces, as well as some vintage reproduction, all the way to contemporary metals and very modern designs. And that's part of the allure of what attracts our clients to us.
I like, and as you picked up this selection, and let's just go ahead and have you hold it up a little bit so the camera can see it. I really like how you have something that looks like something out of maybe the 20s, and then something that could be from the 20s but could also have been made today.
Exactly. When we choose reproduction pieces, we try to find something that emulates the quality of the older pieces, but it's a little more affordable.
This is gorgeous work. And as we move down here, I like when we talked about picking up pieces, I like the different and unique pieces you picked out.
I picked out this piece in particular because it's one of the pieces that we created here using older vintage pieces combined with newer pieces that look old.
What would be the vintage? The middle piece there?
The little drop.
Oh, that's the vintage.
As well as the gold.
I definitely recognize that. Yeah.
And then this piece was made up in Harrisonburg, Virginia, and then we assembled it with a little turquoise to pick up the accent down here.
I mean, that is beautiful.
One of a kind.
Yeah, and that's the thing that people need to know is that you have so many one-of-a-kind pieces.
And they're truly affordable.
Yeah, that's important. Important to my husband.
Yeah.
Important to your husband, ladies. What's this?
I picked this piece because it is a reproduction, but it's a beautifully done one in white gold with diamonds. And it just has a lovely sort of dangly quality to it. It would move beautifully on the body and make and frame any woman's face.
And I'm looking at some of the jewelry that you're wearing, and I would imagine that it comes from this location.
Yes, ma'am. These pieces that I'm wearing are all for sale. This is part of the Haliashi collection that she does some of the space-age niobium metals as well as some beautiful Swarovski crystal pieces.
Do you mind me asking about the ring that you're wearing here that looks to be a sapphire, am I right?
That's an exquisite sapphire.
It is.
Yes. And this is on loan from a friend who saw my blouse and just said, oh, you have to wear this today.
It's beautiful. And was that designed here?
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Okay, so everything that we have here, as you see, and as we go around here to this showcase, and I want to make sure that our cameraman shows all of this, whether you're looking for gold, white gold, I know that you guys have amazing pieces in sort of that pink gold, and then the yellow gold, and then also one-of-a-kind and unique pieces that are designed. You have an amazing selection.
Thank you so much. We really try to hang on to some of the better bits of the old jewelry, but rather than having it go to melt, bring it back to life in a new form. We've been taking lots of old pins that nobody, or brooches that nobody chooses to wear anymore, and making them into necklaces or earrings, and they have worked out to be wonderfully wearable and have a chance to make it into the next century.
And before we move into the watchsmiths, we should say that you also do repairs.
We do repairs in-house. We have a laser welder upstairs and a master goldsmith who has many years' experience. We also do pearl restringing. If it's precious to your heart, please bring it to us, and we're happy to do our best to make it wearable again for you.
Next, let's talk about watches.
Very good. Let's go.
I said watchsmith. What is the correct term?
It's Commonwealth Watchworks, and our repair division is the Watch Doctor.
Watch Doctor. Okay, y'all are smiths to me. I'm learning so much when
a little bit of everything. So.
When I come, I always learn a lot. In fact, I learned that you have watches that are associated with college and NFL teams, or how does this work?
Yes, ma'am. We have sports watches in ladies' and gentlemen's editions for collegiate teams and NFL teams that seem to be very, very popular.
Oh, very popular. You're talking about Cowboys and Redskins all over this Southern Virginia area. And I bet y'all didn't know that they had watches for the ladies and the men. Look at this, would complete a collection.
And the ladies have little heart-shaped watches, so they're not quite as big and bulky. Or we have the ones with the rubber straps that are a little more sporty.
Who wouldn't love that Carolina blue? That's great. Let's talk about the fact that as an inheritance, or what I call a legacy piece, the watches that used to be pocket watches that came from Grandpa or that came from Daddy. Let's talk about those.
We have opportunities to repair them as well as refurbish them. If the crystal needs to be replaced in order to look fresh, we can do that. We have another person that can refinish the dials if desired. The range of watches that we're asked to work on is phenomenal. Every once in a while, there's one that's beyond repair. So what we offer then is to mount the case or part of the case in a coin frame to wear it as a necklace, so the memento and the memory can still carry on.
This is really important that you hang on to these legacies and these unique sort of enamel tops. Are you seeing what I'm seeing here? I go right to the bling. They're sort of almost an enameled looking top. Those are phenomenal.
They're a fun ladies' watch that we're carrying now. There's a style called steampunk that sort of relates back to the turn of the last century, and so they have a slightly older feel to them and a little more femme with the enamel.
So steampunk. I love that. And right away I went to that enamel top. And you know how cool, ladies, to be pulling out the pocket watch and kind of have it going on with that look.
Wear it as a necklace even if you would like.
Okay, I love it. Let's talk about some of the brands before we wrap up that you can find here in the watches.
Citizen is our best brand that we carry. We have ladies and gentlemen's watches. The Echo Drives are powered by the light in the room. They don't need a regular quartz battery like other movements do. We're also an authorized service center for many watches, including Rolex.
Oh, Rolex. I've heard of them. I haven't seen them. You have to come here to see them, right?
We don't sell them necessarily. Every once in a while we'll have a vintage one come through that we're able to offer for sale, but people that are looking for a place to repair their Rolex, I ask them to please bring them to us.
All right, all over the region, whether you're in North Carolina or Virginia, these two locations, which are combined in downtown Danville on Main Street, are a must-see. If you're a jewelry collector, if you're a watch collector or would like to have some watches worked on, this is the place to come and see for yourself the quality pieces. And let me ask you, how can they contact you?
They're welcome to call us or find us online. And I also would like to mention that we do clock repair as well.
Okay, I didn't know about that.
Yes, ma'am. And if you have a grandfather or grandmother clock that's too big to move, we have a gentleman that will call you at your home to make an appointment that's convenient for you to inspect the clock.
All right, what's the number?
791-4653.
Thank you, Leilani.
You're welcome, Jessica.